want Kamaru to win.
Yeah.
The guy was at the gym. He was looking very good. I think Kamaru has to mix it up. I think he was the best at his time when he was mix it up, not just striking, not like I kind of called that he was gonna lose to Leon. He wasn't at that time. He wasn't wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
And just stand up with Leon's. I knew it was gonna be hard. A couple guys that look very good. For me, Kayla Harrison looked amazing. Merab looked amazing. And then Mario Bautista looked very, very good. Even people kind of trash on the guy. See, the guy was peeing his bed, and then gotta go there, help him out, clean him up.
Best podcast in the business. The name is Show Me the Money.
Welcome back to the Show Me the Money podcast. It is episode 54. Time is flying. Where is Moicano again, bro?
The level of disrespect. The guy came early, interrupt our guys, bam, who was already doing the part. The guy came in crazy.
Yeah.
He stormed into the door. No accept, no nothing. Let's start it. Like, hey, we need another hour.
Yeah.
And the guy texts and say, I'm so tired. I'm going home. Oh, I'm not doing it.
Hey,
we got it, bro. Okay, we got you. You have a fight coming up, couple weeks. You just got a baby, whatever. Guy doing so many deals. He's making so much money that he cannot afford to lose to come here and do the part. I know. I got you, bro.
Yeah, bro. The money man opened up a gym, had a kid, has a fight coming up.
He's doing so much.
We'll cut him a break
content,
here.
Doing
He's
a lot
a full-time content creator, bro.
Making content in Brazil, 3 different parties. He's the guy in Brazil. Everybody talking about this guy with the podcast, with the crazy comments.
I saw he was trying to become like, he got people to vote for him to be like the most famous guy in Brazil.
He's doing that thing. He's a
how did it go?
I think it's still going.
Okay.
It's still going.
All right, well, go vote for our guy. It's probably on his social media. Go vote for Moicano. He's trying to be the most popular guy in Brazil.
He's doing good.
Hey, he has my vote. But all right, let's move on to some news right now. First of all, we got to give a shout out and some prayers. Ben Askren, I don't know if you saw that.
I saw.
Critical condition, severe pneumonia. The whole MMA world is praying for him. I just saw that. I saw like a tweet about it on the day of the fights. I was like, what happened? Have you heard anything about it?
No. I haven't heard anything, but I wish him the best. For him and his family, stay strong. Freaking pneumonia is cannot play with that.
I know. I've heard some crazy stories on that. Definitely some big prayers go out to Ben Askren and his family.
You're going to pray?
Bro, if you
should. I'm asking you. Going to?
Yeah, bro.
Because everybody else sending prayers, but the guy never even prayed. No,
how do you know people pray? How do you know if they pray or not?
I'm not saying you. I'm not saying direct to you, but people say, "Oh, pray for these." They don't even pray. Like,
how do you know though?
A lot of people don't pray.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Well, at the very least, think of him and his family, right?
Yeah, pray
Give
too.
Pray.
Yeah.
100%. Are you excited for this card this week? Well, first of all, we got to talk about this past weekend, bro. There's so many things to discuss. Let's start with the main event.
Okay.
I'm not ever, mark my words, bro. Remember I said this. I'm sorry, Merab. I will never bet against you for as long as I live. Every time I bet against Merab, he makes me look stupid. I'm done counting this guy out. The reality of it is I would have took Merab in a pick'em against O'Malley, but the betting odds were just drastic. I mean, the first fight, they were like a pick'em. Yeah. Like Merab was like a small favorite at one point. But then this time around, Merab was over a 3-1 favorite, and I just couldn't get there on it. I had to take the dog money. I thought O'Malley, we talked about it last pod, the lifestyle changes, everything. I thought he looked a little bit better early on, and even Merab gave him that credit. But Merab said it, bro. He backed up his words. He was like, I'm not going to dick around this time. I'm going to finish this guy. The submission was the last thing I expected.
Me too.
I thought it would have been either O'Malley wins a close decision or Merab just dominates again for 5 rounds. But what did you make of the choke? It was a great choke.
Yeah, it was a legit choke. I think he improved. He looked better. And people say he's not just the cardio machine. You know, the guy has a great time in the takedowns.
Striking looked great.
Striking looked great. Good defense, good movement, good footwork. He keep jumping, or he's out or he's in with Sugar. And he did a good job. I think O'Malley looks a lot better, but not enough. And I was man, that guy talks so much. He focuses, laser focus, he's coming. He's really very fast for that division. He has that knockout power. I thought he was gonna pull up the upset and get a knockout, but yeah, Merab was just too much. He's too much to everybody in that division, to be honest.
Do you think? Yeah. So going off of that, do you think Corey Sandhagen? I think it was Dimitri. Who was it? Was it Demetrius Johnson? Someone said that Corey stylistically has the best chance against Merab because he has the submission threat, which I agree with. And the odds came out, and actually, Corey is a smaller underdog than what Sean was, but I think a lot of that was based off of how good Merab looked. But I do agree. I mean, Corey has these crazy knees up the middle. He's got great jiu-jitsu on the ground, so I do think stylistically he has a chance to get it done. But like I just said in the beginning of the pod, I am not in any circumstance betting against Merab. What do you make of that fight? What's your early prediction?
I agree. That's the hardest fight for Merab. I still think Merab wins, but there's a way harder fight. That guy's freaking very technical, both stance, crazy.
Yeah.
High IQ for the fighting. Both stance, like I said, good takedown defense, good knees, crazy knockouts, spinning. If you see the way the guy got knockouts, he got submissions, arm bars, chokes. He got spinning kicks. He got flying knees. He's a finisher, you know. He's a monster. I still think Merab can get it done, but very hard fight.
Yeah, Merab's coach, John Wood, said that Merab is just consistently sparring like 10 rounds at a time. Yeah. I always remember when like Khabib would be like, oh, I can beat Poirier, Conor, Alvarez all on the same night. He would always talk about that. Like Merab is a guy that it's like you could literally give him 3 straight fights, and I feel like he could literally win 3 fights in a row. That's how good his cardio is.
I just saw one time on my entire life that I saw the guy sparring 10 rounds. 10 rounds with different guys. Like, that was Dominic Cruz when he fought Uriah Faber for the Ultimate Fight, bro. That guy was doing 10 rounds, changing guys. So everybody trained. Back then we were training at Throwdown. I was there with Vitor Belfort. We were training, and I was just starting my MMA career. I have maybe 1 fight. And this guy was training, bro. The whole session was before, and then after was Dominic Cruz sparring. So everybody training, everybody watching him. He has his, I think, 4 or 5 guys to spar with him. They all warm up, bro. He's on the corner. He's on the cage. 1 round, 1 guy. Other round, the other guy. 10 wars. It was not easy round. The guys taking easy. No, it was small gloves. A fight, bro. That was the first time that I ever saw. Like, oh my God, that guy was a machine too. But on his pride, you know.
Yeah, he's incredible, bro. Let's talk about Sean, though. Like, what do you want to see next for him? Because, like, we were talking about this earlier. There's a risk and reward to getting the immediate rematch, right? Yeah. We were having this conversation last episode, and it's like, now that you fought the champ twice in a row, you got to imagine he's not going to get that 3rd rematch. If he does, it's going to be a while from now. So the question is, who's the good next dance partner for him? And is it even at 135? We saw Aljamain Sterling call out he wants the Sean O'Malley rematch at 145. Do you think Sean could like fill out and fight at 145, or do you think the UFC is like, hey, let's just give this guy some striking matches at bantamweight?
I don't know. That's a good question.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't believe he can put a lot of weight to be a big 45. He's very skinny. He's very...
Yeah.
I think he can put enough weight, but not to be a big 45er, especially like Aljo. Aljo is huge, you know? So,
yeah, at 45, Aljo is filled out.
That fight's not happening at 45. I saw Henry Cejudo's calling him out.
Yeah, that's another one.
Peter Young was throwing a little shit on him too, so...
I just feel like they're not going to give Sean another wrestler, though. Like... So
who are they gonna give?
That's what I'm saying. So like,
think?
I don't know. I'm gonna look at the bantamweight.
Mario Bautista.
Let's look at the. Let's look at the, I mean, Bautista. Bautista deserves that fight.
Hey, Mario Bautista look amazing, bro.
Yeah.
And I saw his interview talking about Aldo fight, and he was right. That was Aldo's mistake that he didn't get out of the cage. When I was looking, I'm beating the guy. The guy just defending. He don't want to get out. He's gonna stay there. I like it, and like the way he fought against Patch Mix. But I felt so bad when like the guy went in no interview, no nothing.
Oh,
Just
it's
like,
crazy. It's kind of, but they're saying it was because of other circumstances. You don't believe that?
I don't believe that.
All right, well, let's talk about Sean. I got a couple names for you for Sean O'Malley. Number one, I think Sonya Dawn would be a great matchup.
a good
Number
fight.
two, Davison Figueiredo. I think those are the two fights to make.
I'll do Song Yadong. I like this.
I love Sonya Dawn, bro. You know what I like the
like
most
this
about
fight.
Sonya Dawn? He's a gambler.
Oh yeah, guys on your team. That's why I like the guy.
He likes the card games, bro. He likes the poker games.
Just because I don't gamble, you don't like me, bro. What's up?
Hey, we're gonna get you to play sometime, bro. Moicano gave in. Moicano's a roulette guru, so after Moicano's fight, we're getting him back in the roulette. We got some big things coming. But yeah, I mean O'Malley. If you look down the rankings, there's Sonya Dawn at 5, Figgy at 6. You have Cheetah Vera at 7. They already fought twice. Rob Font could be a fun matchup, but it's a little bit.
Chew way back. I would do Song Yadong.
Yeah. Does Son have a fight coming up though?
Maybe.
I think he does. I don't know. There's also if you go really far down the rankings, you got like Marcus McGee, Montel Jackson, Vinicius Oliveira. Those are fun fights, but they're just far down the rankings. That's the only thing. So that's why you have to wonder, like, I don't know what's next for Sean. I think he's going to take some serious time off.
I don't think so.
Really?
He was back at the G already. He was feeling good.
What gets him excited, though? You know, like
he has to be. He has to.
And
be.
can he? There was actually a trend or like a question going around all over social media was, is O'Malley's star power enough to main event a pay-per-view without a belt on the line?
Not yet.
You don't think?
Not yet. I don't think so. But I think he's big enough to. I think his name is big enough that he can pick.
Yeah.
That he's gonna be like, I don't know, Sean Shelby or the guys say, hey, who do you want next?
Mm-hmm.
We know it's gonna be hard for you to get another title shot. You want a fun fight? Who do you think? Who do you want?
Yeah. And
they will see if that makes sense. But I think Song Yadong make a lot of sense for Song Yadong, for the UFC, and for Sean O'Malley as well. I think that's the matchup that should happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna see real quick. I think Sonya Dawn has a fight.
Apologies.
Oh, it says next. Wait.
Who?
No, that's outdated.
Who?
I don't know. I don't know that he has one coming up. I love that fight though. I think they're gonna make the Davison Figueiredo fight. I can just see that. I can see that.
I don't know. Davison coming from 2 losses. I don't.
He's ranked number 6 though. It's at least not going too far down.
But Song Yadong is 5.
Yeah, but I'm saying
I mean.
if Son has a fight, which I don't know if he does.
Go.
The Peter Yan people are also saying the Peter Yan
UFC.
rematch. People are saying that's a good one, which that makes sense because it was a controversial.
Very tough fight for sure. You guys.
Yeah. Let me take a look here.
Long topology and they.
Yeah. Let me see.
See that first one right there? No.
Oh no, I don't see nobody. That's the fight to make, bro. 100%.
100%.
Saw us some decent wrestling too, but that's gonna be a striking match.
Yes.
So I do like that. All right, we got to talk about let's talk about Kayla Harrison first, and then after we got to talk about the elephant in the room here. But Kayla Harrison, round 3 submission against Juliana Pena.
Second round.
I think it was 3. Was it second?
Second round.
Let's take a look.
Second
You
round.
want to place a bet, bro?
Second round, bro.
We'll place a bet.
Second round.
Was it?
Go. Tell me.
Oh, you're right. But 5 seconds to go in the round, that's crazy.
Yeah, that was very small.
You want to hear something fucking crazy, bro?
What?
I took Joe Pyfer to get a Kimura at 40-1 odds. He doesn't get it, and then Kayla Harrison gets it a fight or two later. I was like, come on, bro. You can't make this shit up.
But Pyfer looked good.
Yeah, he did. He would have knocked out 9 out of 10 guys in that first
those
round.
3 knockdowns.
Gaslam's chin is from a different fucking, like, we got to go back to this top 5 chin debates, bro, because I think you got to put Kelvin Gaslam in there now.
Yes.
Who's your top 5 chins again, bro? Let's talk this.
I don't know. Now you got me surprised. I wasn't thinking about that. But who was the first one who said it?
We always said Vittori.
Oh, Vittori has a great chin.
Yeah, I always put Vittori number 1 because when I saw that, what fight was it? Vittori, the Killer Gorilla, Jared Cannonier.
Cannonier. Yeah.
Bro, when I saw that fight, I was like, this dude's chin is from another planet. He took so much damage. We got Max Holloway, but he got chin for the first time in his career against Ilya. But he's still up there. Let's see what Tapology says. Greatest chins. Roy Nelson, Mark Hunt, Dan
Roy
Henderson,
Nelson. Remember Roy Nelson? No one could do
Yeah.
nothing with him.
Nick Diaz, Nate Diaz, Max Holloway, Carlos Condit, Diego Sanchez, Frankie Edgar, John Jones, Marvin Vittori, Tony Ferguson, Yoel Romero, Jorge Masvidal, Justin Gaethje, Kelvin Gastelum. They have at number 18.
Yoel Romero is on that list 100%. Remember that guy eating a high kick from
dude,
Costa?
ridiculous.
Eating a high kick from Whitaker.
Yeah.
Whitaker said, "Bro, I kicked that guy so hard it feels like I was kicking an iron."
Yeah. But if we go today, top chins, like guys that are still in the UFC, I think you got Marvin Vittori,
Pantoja,
Figueiredo,
Chito Vera.
You got Figueiredo in there?
I think so, right? Figueiredo never got chinned by anyone. He did.
It was a body shot against Moreno. But yeah, his chin's good.
Chito Vera.
Cheeto, that's who it was. All right, I'm going top 5 chins current today in the UFC. I'm going Marvin Vittori, number 1. I'm going Kelvin Gastelum, number 2 right now. Then I'm going to go Cheeto Vera. Who did we just say after?
Figueiredo, but
No,
Vittori.
I'll put Max Holloway up there just because the Ilia Topuria is just a different type of power. I'm gonna put him at 4.
I gotta go back to that one.
Yeah. Cheeto Vera. Did I say that one? Cheeto.
He just.
No, I did. Okay. Oh, dude, Pedro Munoz.
Pedro Munoz.
Yes. All right. There's my top 5 in no particular order.
Right.
Pedro Munoz, Cheeto Vera, Marvin Vittori, Kelvin Gastelum,
Pantoja.
That's my top 5 in no particular order. I like that. Ah, that's crazy, bro. All right, we got to talk about it. Mario Bautista defeats Patchy Mix. You know Patchy Mix is my guy. You know Gilbert said on the podcast 1,000%, not 100%, not 200%. Gilbert said 1,000%. This reminds me when Moicano looked at me on the pod like 6 months ago. He said, "Brother, Jose Aldo is not losing 1,000%."
I remember.
Dude,
I would never. Hey, that thing is down on the pod. We cannot say 1,000% anymore.
Yeah, moving forward, if anyone says a fighter's 1,000% to win, I'm just taking the other side at this point, bro. There's no other choice. Like, we just have to do it. Yeah. But let's talk about this fight because people are quick to shit on Patchy Mix here.
People were killing
fighters, commentators, everyone, right? Analysts, content creators. I don't care what anyone says. That was not Patchy Mix out there, bro. There has to be.
Yes.
I think the guy's never going to come out and say he was injured, and I don't want to make excuses when I don't know what happened. But he looked so stiff and not himself.
I think he will say after the win, not now.
Right.
Not now. Now he's going to be quiet. He's going to take his time. He's going to heal up. He's going to get better. He's going to evolve. He's going to see everything that he did wrong. But, bro, for all the guys are there, this guy's a freaking monster. He beat Sergio Pettis. He beat so many great strikers. Yeah. He's a killer. Mm-hmm. But I think 2 things happened. I heard from a bird that the guy was injured. Mm-hmm. And he took the fight in a way he was talking. He don't even talk that way. The way he was talking.
Out of character a little bit.
Yeah, he doesn't talk like that. I actually like the guy a lot. I'm a fan. Yeah. The guy has an amazing jiu-jitsu. If he takes someone's back, it's over. Yeah. Even Merab is giving him so many props to the guy. I said, bro, that wasn't him, you know. So, guy's a monster. Mm-hmm. I think, you know, he gonna do what he gotta do to get healthy, get better. And, bro, these guys coming to the top 5 100%. Even that.
You think he'll still be able to get there?
100%. That bantamweight division is crazy.
Yeah.
But I think 2 things happened. Mario Bautista had a great night. And Patchy Mix had the worst night of his life. And it is what it is, you know. Even on my comments, I comment on Hey Job, I comment on a couple posts. Everybody was replying my comments. What now? What? Hey, I didn't lose. I just picked the guy. People were like, social media, those guys are so emotional.
You just see the messages I get, bro. It's from another planet.
But you don't even read. Sometimes
I open some of them,
but you don't mind, right? You don't.
No, I mean,
it touches you sometimes or no?
I mean, bro, I'll get family death threats.
But
but it's like from nobodies with no profile picture, a dog in their profile picture, private profile, like that type of bullshit.
So, but you don't care, right? You don't.
I mean,
it hurts you sometimes.
There's times. Well, here's the thing: if I'm down tens of thousands of dollars, and then it's like salt in the wound, like on top of all that, people are saying
it hurts
shit.
You? That doesn't hurt.
No. Like for like 30 seconds, I'm like, fuck this guy. It's a fucking troll. You know, but at the end of the day, what
don't
actually
hurt me,
hurts me
bro.
is losing coin. Like that's what actually,
yes, I
like,
got you. Yeah, yeah.
you know, but at the same time, I want the people that follow me to win because that feels better
for
than me
sure, for
winning.
sure.
So
No,
it just
when-
sucks because when the people come out of the woodworks when
Yeah.
it's like when you. I mean, I've had a horrible month, bro.
Yeah.
Terrible. I'm losing a lot every card, so I'm hoping to bounce back for UFC Atlanta. I need your underdog picks, bro.
Yes.
Hey, our boy did come through, Waldo Cortez Acosta. I texted you
he
though.
did good. He did good.
I don't know. Did you watch the full fight?
Hey, I didn't watch the last round,
Don't
but
expose me, bro. Don't expose me right now.
People told me, hey,
Yeah. I thought
think they
he
gave
lost.
to him. They gave to him, bro.
I thought he lost.
That was a present from the judge.
I was
So,
a
hey,
gift. That
you
was
know
pretty
what?
much the judges saying, Matty Betts,
Hey.
you're down horrendous. Here's a fucking gift on the.
You know what? We take it, right? Sometimes they take away
Hey,
from
for
us.
as many times as I've lost to robberies, I don't feel guilty at all to win the
problem,
one.
right?
Now I will say, if you look at that fight on paper with the scorecards and the significant strikes, he 2 or 3x the significant strikes every round.
He looked good, bro.
But Spivak I thought was landing bigger shots, and I thought he was doing more in the fight. Round 2 and 3 started the sway towards Acosta. I still am bullish. I think Spivak is very underrated, though.
Very.
You know, because like he's only been put away by the top guys in the world, like Aspinall and Gon and
Yeah, but then those fights that he's supposed to win, he let it slip. You know,
Yeah.
Acosta, a couple guys, but
yeah. So I'm still very bullish
Very
in
tough.
general on Cortez Acosta. I still think he's going to make that top 5 run in the heavyweight division, which I don't think it's that difficult to do at heavyweight based off the current pool of talent. So. Another fight we were just talking about before the pod started, Joe Pyfer versus Kelvin Gastelum. Gastelum's chin, we just put him in our top 5 chins in the UFC. I liked his performance. Joe Pyfer, the only thing though is like I just feel like it happens over and over again. Most fighters just don't take their easiest path to victory, bro. They just want to prove something, or they want to strike, or they want to do this or that. And that's what I felt like happened in that fight. Pyfer literally was winning the striking exchanges. He had the reach and power advantage. So he's like, why am I going to grapple with this guy? I had Pyfer by submission, so I got cooked on that one too. But I think both guys' stock raised a little bit from that fight, even in a loss for Kelvin Gastelum. I think same thing I feel about Luque, and I texted you that. I was like, although Luque lost to Holland,
he looked good.
he looked very good. He arguably won round 1. I didn't see the official scorecards. It was very close in round 1. And then round 2, he looked good until he just got caught in the darce. And Kevin Holland caught Michael Chiesa in that darce.
Oh, he's freaking
He's a black
long.
belt, yeah, and he's got long ass arms.
Freaking long. He's the longest reach in the whole freaking division by far. So, yeah, I agree. I think he looked very good. We talked yesterday that he was in a good spirits. He was getting to the flight to come back. And bro, I told him you look very good, bro. I was very happy to see you getting hurt, no panic, coming back and get ready to a big exchange again, because sometimes guys get knocked out. So they got hurt. It's a deja vu. They don't want to get an exchange anymore. So he got hurt. He took a little time and he got back to another exchange. So
well, that's what happened in the Buckley fight. I feel like that deja vu happened, and now it's encouraging because now I feel like if he comes out on an even playing field with like a good striker of his caliber, it's going to be a great fight.
And another thing that he said too was like, he said he needs a little bit more. He cannot take big breaks. You know, he said, bro, I felt a little like that timing that I need to like get more in the war. So I want to get another fight real soon. You know, for sure I want to rest. And I want to get back, so I don't want to take.
Do you feel like when you lose by a submission that like the recovery time's easier to go in your next fight
100%.
versus getting
That
started?
was just the elbow, you know. That elbow was in the back of the head. It was clear, but it was in the back of the head, so it might give a little, you know, time without sparring, maybe 2-3 weeks, you know, make it a little. But yeah,
for sure.
A couple guys that look very good. For me, Kayla Harrison looked amazing. Merab looked amazing, and then Mario Bautista looked very, very good. Even people kind of trash on the guy. I get it. We were not happy that fight against Jose Aldo, but he did what he had to do, and he looked amazing this fight. Yeah. And then Kevin Holland looked very good. Right. And Joe Pyfer, bro. Joe Pyfer looked
really good. I mean, Mario Bautista's now rattled off 7 wins in a row. Yes. You know, you can't deny the guy at some point. And he even said in the interview, or I guess he didn't get one, but after the fights, he said that he pretty much said like, hey, I did the exact opposite of what I did in the Jose Aldo fight. Why did I not get an interview? He's like, I struck with this guy. He was throwing great right hands down the middle. He was piecing him up, man.
Bro, he throw freaking 30 right hands on that first round. They're like, Pat, you got to freaking move the head. I almost call his corner and say, tell this guy to move the head a little bit.
I just couldn't believe he didn't try to at least clinch or like push him against the cage and try to get takedowns. He had to have been injured, bro.
100%.
I don't see another scenario.
100%.
I really don't.
Injured,
you know,
guy's a freaking monster. If you don't know, go there, take a look. And nowadays it sucks because you lose this whole freaking social media guys. They're going against you. They're gonna kill you. You know, they're gonna talk a lot.
Yep. But his stock is gonna go down lower for his next fight from a betting standpoint.
Yes.
And he's gonna be potentially the buy low spot of all time. Like, depends on who the matchup is and what the odds makers make the line. But it'll be interesting to see if he's like an underdog against like a decent fighter, because he was a -180 favorite against Mario Bautista, who was on a 6-fight win streak. So it's like, who do you think the UFC should match him up with next?
I hope we're not top 15 because I was talking to Ali.
Yeah.
And Ali didn't tell me that he had injury, but said he had a very hard time making weight. And that's why I think it's because he was already injured. So you cannot do the workouts like you do. Like we were saying before the pod, Kayla Harrison was running every day to make weight for the last what?
Well, she said she went 12 weeks
5 miles every
6
day.
miles a day and 8 on Sundays.
Oh my God. So think about it. If she tweaks an ankle, she cannot run, or a knee, or even, I don't know, a groin, anything.
Yeah.
She cannot run. So think about it. I think that's what happened, Patrick Mix. You have any injury, it's not an excuse. You got to show up and fight. I don't think the guy would pull it out. He don't care. He so confident that sometimes you go with injuries.
Yeah.
And
right.
Yeah. Unfortunately, the guy didn't look.
Mm-hmm.
Not even close his potential. But
I just don't know who the US, because Bautista was.
I hope if top 15.
So Bautista, I think, was like 7th or 8th. I don't know.
15 right
so
there?
if we look at the 8 through 15 spot, we got Figueiredo, Chito Vera, Rob Font, Marcus McGee, Vinicius Oliveira, Montel Jackson, Triple C, Kyler Phillips. After that, it's like so Tapology has Patchy at 18 right now. I don't know how updated that is. But Jonathan Martinez is up there, Saeed Nurmagomedov, Ricky Simone.
I will make those top 12 right there. Any one of these guys. Kyler Phillips, Marcus McGee already has a fight.
I could see Kyler Phillips as a matchup.
Yeah.
Oh, he's scheduled against Vinicius Oliveira, though.
Montel Jackson might be a good one.
Big power, big right hand.
Big power. Yeah.
His left, he's a southpaw, I think. Big left hand. He's a big two. That's what he had. Straight down the middle.
Montel Jackson, it will be a good fight. Yeah.
Yeah. Rob Font, maybe.
Rob Font, yeah.
Yeah, the matchmaking's tough for him.
Chito Vera, maybe.
You got Adrian Yanez.
I don't think he's coming from a loss. They're not gonna throw him in the top 10 on him. He's coming from a loss,
right?
Because probably Mario Bautista.
Triple C would be a great matchup.
Yeah, but probably Mario Bautista is not moving up, right? Probably he's staying in top 10.
Yeah,
they're not gonna. He lost the top 10. They're not gonna give you a top 9, top 8, top 7. You just lost to the top 10.
Yeah.
So that's why I think 12.
What's Triple
13,
C though?
14.
I don't think Tapology is Triple C at 14. But no, that's not right. I think he's like
number
6.
9.
Oh, he's 9.
9, you Robert Font 8, Chito 7, Davison 6, and then it's the same. And then Song Yadong, Corey, Omar.
Yeah, interesting. Yeah, it's tough to do the matchmaking for that.
Tough. But hey, how excited are you for UFC Atlanta?
I wish I could say I am excited. I am, but
you're not going.
No, I might go.
You might go.
Yeah, so I have tickets. I have 6 tickets in my Apple Wallet right now.
Wow.
But I'm like down bad right now, bro. And here's the thing. I was going to go to Vegas the weekend after.
So you have to go now.
I know. I just found out my brother's wedding is next weekend. So I was like, all right, fuck it.
So your brother's wedding is the same day that Moicano is fighting.
Sorry, Moicano. I'm going to my brother's wedding. He'll kill me if I don't.
That guy is so degenerate that he's almost going to the fight.
Nah, bro.
Your brother gonna kill you, bro.
I'm the best man, dude. I got to come up with a speech, guys. If you guys have any tips for me, and don't even say ChatGPT because everyone keeps telling me, but I need to come up with a good speech for my brother's wedding, bro.
ChatGPT now. What? You like that?
Oh, I was gonna say no. I had to do the same thing for my brother.
You use ChatGPT?
No, I didn't.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I don't think you should.
No, I'm just joking. Yeah. But ChatGPT is damn good, though.
It is.
You have to feed it as much info as possible, and then you have to let it cook.
That's what I was gonna say. Maybe you could use it to give you like an outline of what you want to do.
So my idea is
this guy, or maybe a little bit, and the guy's doing the whole thing.
Yeah, you just.
I mean, my idea is to start with a story, right? Storytelling is always the best thing you can do. So just start with a story in the speech, something about growing up, something that happened.
This guy was pissing on the bed every night, and I was helping him. I was the little brother, but I gotta kind of come and help him. Bro. Oh, you're the big brother.
2 years. We were 16 months apart. I'm older. Yeah.
Yes, I see the guy was peeing his bed, and then I gotta go there, helping him out, clean him up. You know,
and then he found Emily, and now he's getting
and then finish, and then he found Emily, and then he's married, and married, you know, happy.
Yeah, I have to work.
And then I'm going to Moicano's fight. Boom.
Nah, I definitely on my iPad at the wedding though. I gotta like take a peek at the fights. Yeah, for sure. All right, let's talk on UFC Atlanta. Before we do that, guys, check out our sponsor, BetOpenly.com. Right now, BetOpenly has Kamaru Usman as a plus 235 underdog. The best number you're going to get on Usman ever in his entire career, and better than any sportsbook right now since it is peer-to-peer betting. Joaquin Buckley, a minus 235 favorite. This is Buckley's third big name in a row. He got Wonder Boy. He got Colby Covington. He's knocking out an elite striker in Wonder Boy. He's beating the brakes off of a top fighter in Colby Covington back in the day who was a contender multiple times. Both fighters actually have Colby Covington as their most recent win, which is pretty interesting here. The question becomes, Gilbert, is the age going to be too big of a factor here, or is Kamaru Usman just going to show levels to the game with his pressure and his grappling and wrestling? Is he going to be able to wrestle this guy and maybe drain out Joaquin Buckley just because he's a big, muscular guy, you know?
Yeah, I hope. I want Kamaru to win.
Yeah.
The guy was at the gym. He was looking very good. And at the gym, we had one of the guys that is smashed Buckley for sure back in the days of a long time was a Bellator. Logan Storley just out wrestled him, ground and pound him.
Yeah.
He showed Kamaru the way, you know. I think Kamaru has to mix it up. I think he was the best at his time when he was mix it up, not just striking, not like I kind of called that he was gonna lose to Leon. He wasn't at that time. He wasn't wrestling anymore.
Yeah.
He just stand up with Leon's. I knew it was gonna be hard, but whenever he mix it up, sometimes he'll wrestle not just to wrestle just to make this guy think about it.
So you can strike better.
And then strike better, get loose. If the shots that take this guy down, make this guy tired. Buckley's very muscular, very strong.
Yeah.
If he left Buckley out of pressure, Buckley stop putting pressure. If you lose, Buckley is very, very dangerous.
Yeah.
So I think the way to Kamaru is put pressure, and I hope he wins. And I think he can. We're gonna see that.
You think he's the right side at plus 235 as an underdog though?
Plus 2.
It's a good number. Yeah,
it's a good number.
Here's what I'll say about Buckley. I mean, we just talked about it, how physically strong he is, but he's takedown defense 73%, pretty solid. Only gave up one takedown to Colby Covington, and it wasn't much of a takedown. He was able to get up pretty quick, decently quick. Before that fight, he hadn't given up a takedown. Nursultan Ruzaboev, a big guy, couldn't get him down. He didn't give up any takedowns to Luke Fialho, who's a striker. Alex Morono did get one takedown on him. Nasruddin Imavov is actually the guy that had the most success, got him down twice and beat him by decision.
So that mix it up with the striking a lot.
That seems like that's the path for Usman. Like it's a 5-round fight. I think if Usman gets him down 3 or 4 times over 5 rounds, he can probably get the nod there. Maybe like a 3-2 victory. Now Albert Duraev took down Buckley twice back in 2022. Abdul Razak Hassan, not really a wrestler, but a huge guy, 3 takedowns on him. But this is back in 2022. I think Buckley's just the most complete he's ever been.
Yes, I agree.
Usman's always had a good chin, though, so it makes it interesting. I kind of think length is going to happen in this fight. It's 5 rounds. I think it goes to the scorecards, bro.
What do you think?
I mean, if I have to pick a fighter without the betting odds, I would probably pick Buckley, but I do kind of like the value on Usman, so I have to do some tape study this week and figure out what makes the most sense, see which way the line moves. But I will say, Leon, I just think. Do you think who's harder to take down? Do you think Buckley or Edwards, or Leon Edwards? Because Usman Usman got 4 takedowns on Leon Edwards over 5 rounds.
Yeah, but these guys fought so many times. They fought 3 times. Kamaru kind of took him down, dominated him in the first fight, and then got knocked out in the second fight. He was dominating you, and then lost the third fight. So it's hard. Those guys fought how many rounds? 3, 5. Yeah. These guys fought like 13 rounds, so they know each other.
Yeah.
But I think Buckley's a little harder taking down, but it's different. Yeah, Buckley's southpaw too, so
yeah, that's true.
Leon southpaw, Buckley southpaw. But Kamaru did good a lot of southpaws with Damian Maia. Remember who else was a southpaw? Hamza was a orthodox. Kobe was a southpaw. He did good against Kobe.
Tyron Woodley's orthodox, right?
Orthodox.
Yeah.
Mazda orthodox.
RDA.
I'm orthodox. RDA southpaw.
Yeah. Yeah, it should be a great matchup, though. I think it goes the distance, and I think it's going to be a close decision, 3 rounds to 2 for somebody here.
I think Kamaru wins, and I hope he wins.
Yeah. All right, co-main event, Thug Rose versus Miranda Maverick here.
That's you, bro. That's all you.
You don't know?
I hope Rose, but I don't know.
Yeah. So Thug Rose, I was shocked to see this. She's minus 240 favorite on Bet Openly. Miranda Maverick an over 2-1 dog. This is a 3-round fight, I believe, right? It should be.
Yeah.
Yeah. I understand why Rose is the favorite because she can probably do more damage in the striking. Yeah. But Miranda Maverick, some of her wins have aged really well. Diane Barbosa? She was able to beat her, and Barbosa finishing everyone since. Like, she's actually a really good MMA fighter.
Diane Barbosa?
Barbosa gets all these submissions. She subbed Molly McCann.
Edson Barbosa's sister? Diane Barbosa, I don't know.
Here, let me click on her.
Dione. Yeah, I know her. Yeah, she's good.
Yeah,
I like her.
Yeah, so she's good. She's only had one fight since the Miranda Maverick fight. But before the Maverick fight, she had rattled off 4 wins in a row. I think she's elite, or gonna be elite. And Miranda Maverick had a nice win against her.
She beat Jasmine, right? Jasmine's very good.
She's so good, bro.
She lost to Jasmine. She lost to Erin Blanchfield.
Yeah.
She lost to Macy Barber.
But she's on a 4-fight win streak now. Except the competition outside of Barbosa hasn't been very good.
Yeah, and a little bit that I'm looking here, she lost to the toughest guy that she fought. She lost to Macy Barber, Erin Blanchfield, and Jasmine.
Yeah.
But now she got a little momentum. Priscilla, Andrea Lee, Dione Barbosa.
Yeah.
And the other lady.
I think Miranda Maverick by decision is going to pay nicely. She can do enough. I think she's the better wrestler, whereas Thug Rose might be a little slicker with her jiu-jitsu.
Striking too quick.
Yeah, but if Miranda Maverick can get her down early, win the first round.
Think so.
You don't think?
No, in the first round, she's a sniper, tough.
She's got good movement.
Yeah, Rose is so fluid, so relaxed, moving so quick.
Great counters, Rose got 5
hands.
takedowns on Tracy Cortez, and Cortez only got 2.
Heavy hands, fluid movement.
Blanchfield, 2 takedowns.
So the way to Miranda wins taking her down? Yeah. No, on the first round she
you like Thug Rose as a favorite?
I like Thug Rose.
Yeah. Yeah. And
it's crazy because
I don't think
Rose has so many fights and her record is like 13-7, like crazy.
Yeah.
Right? The record is not crazy. It's not like
14-7. Yeah. And most of the fights are in the UFC, it looks like.
Yeah.
She's been there since 2014, bro. Yeah, it's a tough fight, dude. I like it. I think it's a lock to go to distance.
Yeah,
it's going 3 rounds.
Yes,
that's probably going to be a super expensive line there. It's going to be heavily favored to go all 3 rounds.
Yep.
I think Merab can edge it out, but I'm not confident. That's a tough one. I bet you the odds on that are nice though. Probably like plus 400 on her to win by decision, I would imagine. So I think that's a decent betting opportunity there. Let's move on to a fight I'm actually pretty pumped for. Edmund Shabazian versus Andre Petroski. Shabazian's actually a solid favorite here. I was at Extreme Couture a few weeks ago. Dude, he looks sharp, bro. He looks really sharp.
How is takedown defense?
Well, that's the elephant in the room here because Petroski's going to try to grapple him up here for sure. Shabazian did get submitted by GM3. He did get put away by Anthony Hernandez. I mean, he does tend to struggle. Derek Brunson, he gets put away sometimes by these heavy grapplers. Brunson, Fluffy, Jack Hermanson beat him by decision. That's the formula to beat him. I mean, Andre Petroski just wrestled or just grappled PD3. PD3 got that win in overtime.
I saw.
You know, the fight that impressed me with Petroski is his most recent fight when he beat Rodolfo Vieira.
Yes.
Vieira could not do anything with him. Like, could not take him down. He didn't take him. He took him down once.
So I think Petroski would take him down.
Yeah.
If he stays on the feet, Edgemore is a monster.
Yeah.
And will get a finish. Is that fight is a grappler against striker. If he stays on the feet, Edgemon's a Bazian, but I do believe Andre Petroski is going to get the takedown eventually.
Yeah. Let me see what the odds are right now on that one. I don't even.
He might get a sub. He might
Really?
get a sub. Yes.
Yeah. I'm actually curious here. Let me take. I don't have it written down. I want to see.
Yeah, I'm actually like this card very, very much, bro.
It's not a bad card.
Great
I'm gonna
fights
end up
right here.
going. I have to go.
Cody Garbrandt, Raoni Barcelos, Cody Brundage, Masur Abdul Malik,
Yeah.
Alonzo Mayfield, Paul Craig and Rodolfo Bellato,
Chiesa versus Court McGee.
Chiesa
too.
McGee,
Yeah.
that guy Malcolm World Maker that people were talking about against Chris Moutinho.
Yeah.
Your guy Corey Durden against Jose Ochoa, Phil Rowe, Angelusa.
Andre Petroski's plus 150 underdog, bro. You probably like a few dogs on this card.
I like Andre Petroski.
Yeah. So Gilbert's good for his underdog so far. He's got Kamaru. He's got Andre Petroski.
And I go, how's it on in Barcelos? His favorite, right?
Barcelos is minus 180 favorite on Cody Garbrandt.
Ronnie Barcelos is winning.
You think?
I think so.
I think Cody's looked pretty decent recently. You don't think?
I think so too. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm a fan of Cody. I just think Ronnie Barcelos coming on a run after that Peyton Talbot fight.
I had Figueiredo by sub against Cody. I did cash that one nicely. Every time I think about Ronnie Barcelos, I just think about that Umar fight where he got fucking.
But now I remember the Peyton Talbot fight.
Yes. His stock is as high as it. From a betting standpoint, his stock is super high because Peyton Talbot was like a highly touted prospect.
Yes.
Like he's like, oh, this is the next Sean O'Malley. People were saying.
Yes.
And now Ronnie Barcelos kind of made it look easy. He got 8 takedowns on him.
This might be one fight, huh? Peyton Talbot against Patchy Mix.
Yeah.
That might be one, right?
That'd be crazy. I mean, I'm definitely taking the sub again in that fight, but I hope I don't regret it. But Ronnie Barcelos, I'm surprised he's minus 180, though.
Yeah.
I think it's closer to a pick 'em, bro. I think that one might be on the Cody Garbrandt side, but it's tough. Paul Craig Bellato that was on your card is now scheduled for this weekend.
I got Bellato on that one.
Yeah, he's almost a 4-1
Better
favorite.
striker, good takedown defense. Grappling is not the best, but I don't think he's gonna get caught. You know,
Yeah.
he's very big, strong dude. I think he'll do good. I like Paul Craig a lot, but that's a very tough fight for him.
Yeah.
But how you like the Cody Brundage?
Cody Brundage versus Abdul Malik. This guy's a huge guy. Cody Brundage is a plus 475 underdog, bro.
So you're putting money on your guy.
I'm thinking about it, bro. I'm thinking about it.
Hey, Cody, look at this guy. He's going to think about it.
Hey, Cody, I'm ice cold right now, so I should probably fade him just so Cody wins.
It's going to win, bro.
But Cody's coming off that round 1 KO
He's
against
going.
Julian Marquez, bro. That was a great round 1 scrap. You saw that?
Yeah, that one was great.
That was a
Crazy
very
fight.
back and forth. Both guys could have got TKO'd.
Yeah, but he was so confident that I could tell.
Yeah. This Mansour Abdul Malik, he has 3 fights in the UFC.
Yeah.
All 3 finishes in the first 2 rounds. He put away Dusko, who just fought
Oh, wow.
Zachary
Dusko
Reese.
Tudovic, Nick Lane.
This guy's, I think,
Wow.
pretty solid, bro.
Wow. Cody Brundage will be his test, right? So.
Yeah, this is a tough fight for Cody. I'm rooting for him, though. I hope he pulls it off, bro. He's a huge underdog. Liz betting odds would be crazy.
Who else you like on this card?
All right, let's talk about this Michael Chiesa Court McGee fight.
Yep.
Does Court McGee have a chance here, bro? He's plus 260.
I don't think so.
Really? Chiesa by sub or decision?
Yes, by sub.
Really?
Yes, has very good jiu-jitsu.
Court
bro.
McGee, I just cashed huge off Court McGee. He subbed Tim Means in his last fight. That was 8-1.
Yeah, I remember that.
I made a nice bag off that fight, bro. Hold on, I want to remember what the second leg of that parlay was. It was Court McGee and Ryan Spann. I hit for 46K on that card on one parlay. I had Ryan Spann by sub, Court McGee by sub, parlayed, and it smacked. And it was not even a sweat. It was round 1 for both of them.
And I'm happy that Chris Motion is back, but they're giving him a very tough fight.
Yeah, that's a crazy one. Malcolm Wellmaker is the truth, man. Have you seen his counter striking?
A little bit.
Crazy power, bro. Crazy power. He even said he's like this. Wellmaker was like, "Oh, I get to show that I have bigger power than Sean O'Malley." Because when everyone hears about Chris Moutinho, they think about that 3-round fight against Sean where it took him to like the last minute of round 3 to get it. And I didn't think it should have been stopped.
Power. That guy has
crazy power, bro. Malcolm Wellmaker, I've made a fortune off of him. His first 2 fights in the UFC.
He's going to be a heavy favorite now, right?
Oh, he's like minus 700. Let's see. He is... Where's the prelims at? Malcolm Wellmaker. I don't even see it listed right now. I know he's like a 7-1 favorite. He's a huge... Moutinho's a huge underdog. But shout out to Chris Moutinho. He got 5 straight finishes on the regional scene and earned his way back into the UFC,
I like
bro.
it.
That's
cool
resilience right there.
That's cool to see it.
He's definitely well improved. I don't know if his striking defense is, though. I think it's a bad matchup for him.
Very bad matchup.
He's a very hittable guy against crazy counter-striking, crazy power on the other side.
Yep.
Tell me about this Cody Durden fight, because you know Cody's my guy, but you said this guy's fighting is an absolute monster at flyweight.
This guy's a monster. I told you I was in the LFA in Brazil doing the commentating, and I saw this guy, bro. Crazy kicks, good boxing.
Yeah.
Ended up in choking the guy out. That was that guy, Jose Ochoa from Peru, trained as a shooter boxer, trained with Charles, all these guys. This guy's a monster. Great striker. Yeah, I think he's a very tough fight for Cody. I think Jose Ochoa wins.
Yeah, and Jose just fought, what's his name?
Chinese. Where's the Chinese that he lost? He lost to...
The guy Ilya Taporia always raves about.
Yeah, he lost to Loner Kavanagh.
Kavanagh, yes. That guy apparently is, like, super elite.
And that was a war.
And it was 50-51 in significant strikes, and it was a close decision.
They were close.
So that just shows, like, the guy off a loss is even impressive. This guy's got 6 knockout wins in his career, never been put away by knockout. Yep. He has submissions. He had an anaconda choke 2 fights ago.
That was the one that I saw.
Wow, he had a nasty liver shot win back in 2019.
That guy's a monster, bro. I'm telling you, showman too. Great style to watch, you know.
Really?
Yeah. So if you're going to Atlanta, you should get there early to watch this one.
Whenever I go to a card, I'm like Theo Von, bro.
Like Theo Von,
I can't believe people
locked
pay for a card and
in.
don't come to the main card. Bunch of casuals out here.
You're locked in.
I'm there for the first fight, second, bro. I could never go to a card and not be there for the first fight.
Sweating already with the bats.
100%. That's just crazy to me that people don't come to the prelims.
Hey, and the next fight is a teammate of mine, Angelusa.
Oh, I want to hear your opinion on this because
Phil Rowe.
Yeah, so PD3 was supposed to corner. He was supposed to corner Phil Rowe this weekend, but he's not now.
Bro, and, I think my guy Angelusa is winning that one.
I did too.
And let me tell you something. So these guys, they kind of know each other, you know. We have our guys that go to Orlando sometimes to spar. A lot of teammates, a lot of friends related, you know. So, Phil Rowe, I don't know. I'm going to tell my part of the story. Ange told me that story, and then I kind of, oh, really? He said that? So, Ange was fighting that guy that Dustin cornered him. What's the guy's name? Fletcher? AJ
Fletcher from Louisiana.
Yeah, Ange was fighting this guy, and then Phil Rowe was, hey, who you fighting that guy? Oh, that's a very tough fight for you. Like take Ange, like, that's a hard fight for you. Like,
wow.
And Ange was just like, man, like, I'm confident he's going to be a good fight. And Phil Rowe came in here and said something like, yeah, I like this fight for me. I love to fight the small guys. And Ange's way smaller. Ange's like same height as AJ Fletcher. He was just like, I love to fight these small guys. And Ange look at him, and they have a little thing, and the fight was scheduled. And, bro, let me tell you something. Ange's fired up for this fight. He's fired up for this fight. I cannot wait. And I like Phil Rowe, too. I rode with him before in Orlando. Nice guy, funny dude. But for sure, gotta ride with my guy, and I always do. You know, my teammates, my Brazilian guys. I gotta ride with my guys. I don't care. Sometimes it's crazy. They remember when we ride with Moicano against Islam, people say, you guys crazy. I'm going to ride with my guys. You know, I
100%.
don't care. Oh, you're biased? Yes, I am. I'm going to ride always with my guys. I'm loyalty. That's what we call loyalty.
Fuck, bro. Yeah, you got to ride with your guys. You have to.
100%.
But I feel like you genuinely believe, Lusa, even if it's not your boy, you genuinely believe he's going to win.
I think Angelus is going to win.
Yeah. Let me see what these odds are on him. I'm trying to find it. Where is it? Minus 140. He's favored. Minus 140.
Not an easy fight. Phil Rose getting so much better. He trained with that guy. Remember that guy that was doing the pads for Porta? The Brazilian guy that does crazy pads. You remember this guy, Lee Alves? You saw him before. I'll pull him up his page here.
Yeah.
That guy, he trained with him before. Now.
Yeah.
This guy here.
I just think.
Remember this guy? He holds for Poitin all the time. This guy here. Go for one of the clips.
Okay. Yeah.
You saw him hold for Poitin before?
Yeah.
He holds for Hoofy too. He holds pads for Hoofy, for Poitin. So this guy.
Charles Johnson.
Yeah, he holds for everybody. This guy's very good. So Phil Rose training with him a lot. I think he want to corner Phil. So looking for a good fight.
The thing is with Angelusa, I just feel like he's fought way better competition. He fought
the guy fought Jack.
He went
on the
the
Contender
distance
series.
with Jack. The most impressive fight to me is I like looking at guys in their losses. Like that's more impressive sometimes than their wins. He went the distance with Gabriel Bonfim, who just came out and made it look so easy in his last fight against Chaos Williams.
Yes.
You know, and Angelusa came out in the first round. And I didn't expect this at all, but Angelusa came forward and pushed Bonfim back up against the cage and held him there. And I was like, damn, this dude's got he's strength and grappling.
Strong, bro.
Yeah, so I'm going to go with Angelusa here. I like him.
He's a freaking Congolese, you know. That guy, born and raised in Congo.
Yeah.
But when he was like 5 years old, Congo had a war over there. Then the whole family moved to Switzerland.
Yeah.
But Switzerland, like right now, I'm getting my American passport, so I'm gonna hold two passports. I'm gonna be American and Brazilian.
Really?
But this guy, when he left Congo because of the war, he cannot have Switzerland just allow you to have one passport.
Wow.
So he got away for his Congolese. He just Switzerland now.
Yeah. All right, one or two more
I
fights.
don't care. Yeah, I don't care.
No, I mean, how can Switzerland? But how can Switzerland dictate that you can only have a Switzerland passport?
Because there's a different level there, bro. Switzerland passport
It's a
is
different level.
You go anywhere, you know, crazy. Like yes, you remember what's the guy's name? Johnny Ablin.
Yeah.
If they still going bad with the tax here, if the other lady get elected, I'm gonna move to Switzerland.
Yeah.
It's different level, bro.
All right, one more fight I want to ask you. I love this fight. Charles Jourdain versus Ricky
Bro,
Simone.
he pulled out.
Did he?
Pulled out. I just saw Charles
Wow,
Jourdain
his
pulled
odds
out.
are still listed. That's crazy.
He pulled out. I just saw that.
They got to make a fight for Ricky Simone here last minute.
Yeah, they trying. I just saw
They got
that.
5 days to get it done.
pulled out.
Interesting.
I just saw this guy right here. I see Charles Jourdain pulled out.
Wow. Interesting to see who they'll match up with Ricky Simone there.
They still try to find a replacement, but let's see. Let's see who's gonna show up. You know, should be a. I don't know. What weight is that? 135 now.
Bantamweight, yeah. Yeah.
Mario Bautista.
Dude, he could after. All right. All right. Give us, before we wrap up here, who is your block of the week? Who is 1,000% winning, Gilbert? 1,000% winning on this card. You can't be wrong 2 weeks in a row, bro.
No. We messed up last week and not again. Can I give him more than one or only one?
Give us two.
It's true.
Can't be Malcolm Wellmaker. He's minus 1,600. It's got to be someone.
I'm going to try to get a dog because I was going to go Raoni Barcelo, but Raoni is a favorite.
Yeah.
Bellato is a favorite too, right?
Yeah.
Chiesa is a favorite.
Your dog's options are Kamaru.
Malcolm is a favorite.
Your options are going to be Kamaru and...
Jose Ochoa?
No, he's a favorite. Your options pretty much are Petrosky and Kamaru. You're gonna go
Petrosky.
Really?
Kamaru is a tough fight.
Yeah,
I want Kamaru to win.
Yeah.
And I think he will.
Yeah.
But between Kamaru, Buckley, Edman, Shabazian, and Petrosky has a clear path to win. Just go there, wrestle this guy, take this guy down, keep the hands up, moving, get out of the danger. Whenever you had a little boom, take this guy down and smash him. I think Andrei Petrosky has a clear way to the win than Kamaru. Kamaru too. I hope Kamaru wins, but
Yeah.
Petroski for sure.
Fair enough. All right, boys. That's the pod. Like and subscribe. Harass Moicano on social media.
Yes.
Tell him to come next week.
Yes.
And we'll see you guys
We
next
need
week.
that. Harass Moicano. Go on the social media. Hey, we got you. You're going to win. But, hey, come to the last one for the pod. Come for the last week, because then it's almost 5 weeks. So come next week, and then we're good.
Yes, sir. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.
Let's go.